Alright, so this is round 2 of a draft. My opponent has chosen to play first, and these are some very good cards. So I think I will keep my hand. Triton Tactics and Triton Fortune Hunter work really well together, as the name would suggest. Unfortunately, on the draw, it is pretty slow, but it just can't really be helped. Hopefully the life gain from Ray of Dissolution can do something about that, but it's hard to say. Especially when our opponent is not doing anything. They can't keep withholding information forever. Now we know. They're white. Citizen Battle Priest. That doesn't seem as crazy fast as I would really fear. So I think we're just gonna take one. Oh man, Yoked Ox is actually a good card against this person. Let's see, do we want to just Yoked Ox? I don't think so. I think we want a Unicorn. And then if possible, Fortune Hunter and Yoked Ox. Well, a Unicorn has breathed its last breath. Something I feared since round 1. It's finally happening. Well, that is very awkward. I think I just still want to play Triton Fortune Hunter and attempt to untap, because if I untap, then I can play Yoked Ox and Triton Tactics. Alright, I think I'll definitely block here. And then I'm not sure if I want to block the Chronicler or not. So my opponent will probably have something. But I think it's still worth it for their creatures to just not untap. That's fine. Oh man. It's not drawing lands everything's pretty rough. I think I want to Ray of Dissolution the Dryad. The next turn I can Divine Verdict the Chronicler. Or I can Divine Verdict to this, because it's pretty horrifying. I also have Sea God's Revenge. Maybe I do want to just dissolve the Feral Invocation. I guess I'll do that. I'm too short on lands to just not do anything for both of those turns. Do I want to play a Chimera or just Verdict the Nemesis? I think I want to play a Chimera. Yeah, I want my board position to be better, because otherwise my opponent could just attack with these two creatures and just not attack with the Nemesis the same way I didn't attack with the Fabled Hero in round 1. This guy's pretty big, but it's not going to kill me immediately, so... Elspeth. That is a problem. Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, I'm not sure what I even do here. Try to bestow here and make it so that I can kill Elspeth next turn. That means I'm probably going to die to what's on the board. It's a huge problem. Strange. Oh, because they want to keep the reach creature here. Well, that at least is good for me. It means I won't die as rapidly. This is just a series of unfortunate events. I can't even play Sea God's Revenge. This is like pretty much the worst. I can play Fabled Hero and try to Hopeful Idol on it next turn. I think that's what I need to do. and this doesn't even kill the Leaf Crown Dryad. Yeah, this is a big problem. I think what I have to do is Mnemonic Wall to get back the Ray. And then maybe I can play the hero to win me the game. But in no way am I in a good position here. Oh, and also this is happening. And actually, that just kills me, so... Forget everything I said about maybe being able to win the game, because that is not happening. Glare of Heresy seems pretty good. Probably gonna bring that one in. And again, Ray of Dissolution seem very good against this person. Annul is another card I might consider playing. But I think that Triton Tactics is good against this person, so... Maybe I'll cut Sea God's Revenge, but I think it's pretty good in this matchup. Maybe not as good as it could be, but... I think it's still fairly good. Let's see, the Triton Tactics, the God's Willing. Got Annul. Maybe 3 Ray is overkill. But that Leaf Crown Dryad is really good, and so is that enchantment. Feral Invocation. Annul seems really good in that instance, so... then again, so does Divine Verdict. Maybe Annul is not the best. It's very reactionary. I think I'll go with this. And I'll have to play first. This hand is really, really lackluster. I don't think that I can mulligan it, though. That's better, I suppose. Can't wait to play a creature so that I can start protecting it. Too late, Vaporkin. Guess I won't block this turn, because I'll have responses next turn. Lightning Strike. Well, I guess God's Willing is good here. Another lightning strike. Well, geez. Is Coastline Chimera that good? Alright. I think I'm okay with that. And these are going right on the bottom. Ooh. Returning God's Willing seems pretty good. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Now, if my opponent should play Elspeth, then that would be a problem this turn. Elspeth could kill the Horizon Scholar, and I wouldn't be able to bounce it this turn. But then Vaporkin could just kill Elspeth on the following turn, so I don't think that would be the worst. Probably Phalanx Leader is going to get some +2/+2 thing, and yeah, quite honestly, I'm not sure if I want to even block any of these creatures this turn. I might want to wait until I have Voyage's End. I think I'm just going to lose my wall if I block this turn, so I'm not going to do it. Don't really want a Verdict here, so I guess I'll just Triton Tactics. I also have my creatures up for blocking. I think this is pretty reasonable. Still have Voyage's End in case of Elspeth. And my opponent also can't effectively attack this turn at all. Well, here's Elspeth, Sun's champion. And she has decided to make some soldiers. Yeah, I think I do need to kill Elspeth this turn. The threat is too great if she can make 3 more soldiers. think my opponent is going to try to kill me this way, so... That's... okay. So my wall is going to take 2 damage. I can't actually counter this by playing God's Willing, so... But maybe I do Voyage's End, the Phalanx Leader. I think I just let this happen. So... I guess I should have Voyage's End the leader just so that I could block with the Mnemonic Wall this turn. But... yeah, I don't really want my opponent to be able to... Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to block the Triton Fortune Hunter. The Mnemonic Wall is going to block the Lagonaban Elder. And I'm going to just kind of take 6. But I'm going to return my Mnemonic Wall before damage. And I do want the Nimbus Naiad because that allows me to kill my opponent. So we'll keep that there. Oh no! Click through it. Ugh. Right. That is pretty unfortunate, but not horrible. Man, that is very unfortunate. Oh well. Shredding Winds. Well, I guess I will... Voyage's End now. And I'm not sure if I really even still want this Nimbus Naiad, but I think so. Because it allows me to bestow onto the Fortune Hunter and draw a card. This is a problem. So I can bring my opponent to 7, play the Horizon Scholar, and go to 1 against a red deck, which really doesn't seem very good at all. But it might be my only choice at this point. I can also just play the Nimbus Naiad and have Divine Verdict up. Yeah, I think my play at this point is to play the Naiad and have up Divine Verdict. Attack for 4. It's not great. I think I have to stick with my plan though. It's just block and then kill Lagana Band Elder. Yeah, none of these are anything I want. I really just need my opponent to not be able to deal me 1 more point of damage. And if I was going to bluff a spell, I probably should have bluffed Triton Tactics. I think that would be worse for my opponent in this position, but he probably is just forced to play into it regardless, so... Am I gonna get Spark Jolted? No? Ooh. That is good. So if my opponent has some kind of way to kill Vaporkin, then attacking with both would actually just kill me. My opponent has cast 2 lightning strikes already. Has cast a Shredding Winds. I think that it's actually better for me to attack with the Vaporkin. Only. Although maybe not. I'm being forced to destroy my own Fate Foretold. And my opponent could still have feral invocation. So, okay, that did not happen, which is fortunate for me. Okay. So I know my opponent has Shredding Winds, which could be a problem. I may want to play Swan Song. I also know that my opponent really does not like Coastline Chimera, which I guess I can understand. These Fate Foretold are kind of slow, but they are very good with Triton Fortune Hunter. I think that ultimately Triton Tactics is a better spell than Swan Song. The Glare of Heresy is very good against him, so... Oh, maybe I cut the Snarecaster for another Yoke Dox. I think that's what I do. And try to build it a little more controlling. I think that that's much better. Alright, I think this is fine. We will have to play quickly in this game, though. This hand, it is not close to good enough. I would like to mulligan. This hand is also very bad. Two cards which pretty much cycle themselves. 4-drop, a 5-drop. And a card which only deals with select cards in his deck. I do get to draw, but I won't be able to cycle these cards at all, so I think I need to go to 5, which is unfortunate because now we have all the basics in Triton Tactics again, but we're short 2 basics. I am not liking our odds, but I think I like them even less if we go to 4. Working on getting that first hand back. Maybe in another turn I'll have it. Nope, but this is pretty good. This is like one of the only cards that I could have drawn that might allow me to not just lose. So let's work on that, maybe. I know that this person is playing multiple lightning strikes, so I think I cannot afford to play into them. Yep, I think that I have to pass. Ooh, that's good too. Maybe what we do is first play Fortune Hunter to bait out the lightning strikes. Opponent has some kind of crazy slow hand. I wonder if my opponent is just going to play like a Nemesis of Mortals or some huge thing. I mean, I would guess not. Or they wouldn't have played their lands like this, but... So, creature is capable of doing 10. I just continue to protect it with Triton Tactics. Could be that they're holding Elspeth. That's good. So at this point I do Triton Tactics. Well, I guess I really didn't need to do that, because the Fabled Hero is going to be lethal with Nimbus Naiad either way. And now I'm not really protected against a second lightning strike, but you know, it's pretty unlikely that lightning would strike the same place twice anyway. So, not a good play, but also reasonable. I mean, yeah. So apparently my opponent had worse luck than mine. Which I guess is lucky for me. Well, on to game 3, or match 3, as it were.